All right, guys. Some Bachelor Nation news that's like Bachelor Nation adjacent, I guess you would say. We've been seeing these stories, and a lot of Bachelor accounts have posted it. Haley Stevens, who is Jed's ex from like the Jed's ex, like the ex that Jed left when he went on to Hannah Brown's season, is now hanging out, dating, unsure Patrick Brown, who is Hannah Brown's brother. Now, it's very bizarre. Doesn't make any I don't even know how this happens, but Patrick posted an Instagram story, the two of them hanging out. Um, he wrote, "Ready to celebrate you this week." Oh no, she might have wrote that. "Ready to celebrate you this weekend, bud." Tagged, I don't know. It's hard to tell who. It's like a shared story, so it's hard to tell. Oh no, he wrote it. "Ready to celebrate you this weekend, bud." Tagged her and then put the song "American Scandal" by Ashley McBride playing, and she reposted it and wrote, "Can't wait, bro," with a little smug, like the smug face emoji and the kissy emoji. And then there was another story of them like kind of kissing, right? Like it looked like they were making out, sort of. I don't get it. What's happening? How does this happen?
I hate it all. I hate it all from both parties. I think this screams thirsty from both parties. There are millions of other people on this earth that you can date, but you choose to do this. Like, why would Hannah Brown's brother date this person who didn't cause problems for Hannah? Because obviously this girl, like, she couldn't control that Jed left to go on a show and then got engaged to Hannah and then whatever, but she's a part of the story.
Yeah.
So why would Hannah Brown want to be reminded every day about this girl who is now dating her brother? And why
Maybe
would this girl
love Rhea?
No. Why would this girl also go after Hannah Brown's brother? Why would they want to be involved in each other's lives in any way, shape, or form to be reminded of the trauma that was caused to both of them? Is it a trauma bond? I don't know. That to me seems strange. It's all very strange to me. It seems thirsty on everybody's part. It seems like there's many other people on this earth they could have dated, and I do not know why they're dating each other. Listen, we are all for supporting relationships. We always say, hey, you know what? Maybe we don't think that's the best, but best of luck to them. We feel that way about Claire and Dale. You know, we're not rooting against them, but we just don't really care. These two, I think I'm rooting against. I think I don't understand the relationship whatsoever. I think it's weird. I think it's bizarre. And I think they could have dated anybody else on earth. I think it's very strange.
I just would love to know how this connection even happened. I guess if she had shared again this weekend, this was the one I was talking about where it looked like they were kissing. They don't actually kiss, but she's got his arm. She has her arms wrapped around him, and he says something like he looks up at her. She looks up at him where it's like they're very close. Their lips are very close. She's looking at him with a lot of love. And she wrote, in quotes, "Hanging out for my birthday. Truly one of my favorites ever. Thank you to everyone who made it so special," and tagged Patrick. And he reposted it and wrote, "What in the Alabama is this?" with a winky face, which is funny, but
well, that's what everyone was commenting.
The way that they're right. Well, the way that that's what I'm saying, like to joke about it, but the way that they're posting about it themselves is like, okay, I guess they understand that people are laughing about this. I don't know. I just don't. It's just such a bizarre.
It's bizarre. It's weird.
A bizarre connection that I need to know, like, how they even got in contact with each other. Where it was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna talk to Jed's ex.
If I was in the situation that Hannah Brown was in, and my brother tells me I am now seeing Jed's ex, I would say, no, you're not. That's not happening. My brother would also not do that to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that girl did anything wrong to Hannah Brown. That's not what I'm saying. But she is a part of the story that was probably pretty traumatic for Hannah Brown to go through. She thought she was getting engaged to this guy. She found out there was another girl on the side.
Maybe Hannah
were they together? Were they not together?
Like bonded.
Yes.
Like maybe Hannah and Haley afterwards like became friends because of their hatred for Jed.
That does happen, but it's still strange to me.
I'm with you on it being
even
strange.
When people do that, I get it. People sometimes bond over assholes that did them wrong. But I don't know how people get that close that they're now like, hey, Hannah's like, let me set you up with my bro.
Right.
I want you to date my brother now. I don't know how it gets to that point. Like you said, maybe, love is love. Maybe they're in love. But weird. Definitely very weird.
Yep, for sure. One of those connections that makes you do the blinking eye man.
Yeah, like
gif. The blinking eye man.
Right.
Gif.
Like, are we sure are we sure we're doing this? We want to go ahead and do this? Okay.
By the way, Claire and Dale still in Florida. Just saw a picture of them holding hands at the pool. So
good for them. It'll end.
Oh man. And I did see this one thing that I forgot to text you about, but it just reminded me because I was watching it on the Bachelor Nation Scoop Instagram story that had the other stuff. The Sun, which, take it with a grain of salt. The Sun tabloid, a lot of their stuff is not true, said that they might just can the entire Women Tell All this season. Like, because Chris Harrison's in it so much, like they might just like not even show it.
I saw that as well, because I read that they are trying to cut down Chris Harrison's parts as much as possible to still make the series make sense.
Right.
And the Woman Tell All just wouldn't be a Woman Tell All if they had him in it. And for some reason, I think some people were like really dying for this Woman Tell All. I think this Woman Tell All is going to be annoying as fuck. I just cut it. I don't even care about this Woman Tell All. It's just going to be Victoria yelling, calling people hoes and sluts and slurs, and then the other girls bullying each other. We don't need to see it. We've seen enough of Women Tell All on this season. So I don't even think it has to happen.
I'm with you.
But
I'm with you.
I know some people will be like so upset and up in arms about it. I don't think it fucking matters.
No,
Let's
I'm
cut
with you
to
on
the chase. We want the finale. We want to know who wins. We want to know what happens after that person wins. Just get us to the end.
Yeah, we just want the after the final rose at this point. There's just we all have too many questions where it's like, especially with the Women Tell All, if like Chris Harrison had said in that interview, Rachel's not there. So to me, that makes it sound like they're not really going to have they didn't have any conversations about any important things. They probably just focused on Victoria and the fighting and the girl drama and all of that, in which case we've got enough of.
Right.
Enough fix. Like, we don't need to see it. Don't need to see them. Just scrap it. Just let's move on. Let's end. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that people will be more aggravated if the Woman Tell All is aired than they will be if it's not. Just because we'll be so annoyed of the drama by then. We're already sick of it. Yeah,
for sure. For sure. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up a little Bachelor scoop. But Patrick Brown and Haley Stevens, it's
weird.
It's weird. Quite a combo.